Rain hammers against the glass tower as Marcus Reid strides through the lobby of Mercy General. Water drips from his charcoal overcoat onto the polished marble. His white dress shirt is unbuttoned at the collar. No tie. Sleeves rolled to his elbows. Dark stubble shadows his jaw. He looks like a man who abandoned sleep hours ago. His phone buzzes again. He ignores it. The fluorescent lights above the emergency wing flicker and hum. Somewhere a heart monitor flatlines, then catches rhythm again. A child screams. Rubber soles squeak against linoleum. Marcus owns 3 hospitals across the state. This one hemorrhages money every quarter. Tonight, the head surgeon called him directly. System failure. Critical patient. Authorization needed. He rounds a corner into the cardiac unit. A doctor in blue scrubs intercepts him. Mr. Reid, thank God you're here. What's the situation? Female patient, late 20s, collapsed during surgery prep. Heart arrhythmia. She's refusing treatment unless we guarantee something we can't promise. Marcus frowns. Guarantee what? The doctor hesitates. That her daughter won't be told she's here. Something cold slides down Marcus's spine. Her daughter, a 6-year-old, currently with a neighbor. The patient made us swear we wouldn't contact family. But, sir, she's deteriorating fast. We need consent for the procedure, and she's barely conscious. Marcus pushes past him toward the room. Sir, wait. There's something else. But Marcus is already through the door. The woman on the bed wears a thin hospital gown, her chestnut hair plastered to her temples with sweat, and 4 line snakes into her left arm. Monitors blink red warnings. Her eyes are closed, her breathing shallow. Then she opens them. Green eyes. The same green eyes that once looked at him across the dinner table and said, I can't do this anymore. Sophia, he breathes. Her lips part in shock. Then her expression hardens into something bitter. No, not you. What are you doing here? What happened? She turns her face away. Get out. You're dying. Then let me die in peace. A nurse adjusts the monitors. The beeping quickens. Miss Brennan, we need your consent for the ablation. Your heart can't sustain this rhythm much longer. Sophia's hand trembles as she grips the bed rail. I told you, no contact with my daughter. No one tells Emma I'm here. Marcus steps closer. Emma? Her jaw clenches. She refuses to look at him. The nurse glances between them, confused. Sir, do you know this patient? I did, Marcus says quietly. A long time ago. Sophia laughs, but there's no humor in it. 7 years. Not long enough. You have a daughter. Stay away from her. Sophia, you need this procedure. I need you to leave. The monitors scream. Sophia gasps, her body arching as another irregular beat slams through her chest. The nurse lunges for the emergency button. Marcus grabs Sophia's hand. She tries to pull away, but she's too weak. I'm not leaving, he says. She looks at him then, really looks at him, and for a moment the anger cracks. Beneath it, something raw and terrified. She's yours, Sophia whispers. The words detonate between them. The room floods with doctors. Someone is shouting about prepping the ore. The nurse is asking questions Marcus can't hear through the ringing in his ears. What did you say? His voice barely works. Sophia's eyes flutter closed. I never told you because I knew what you'd do. You'd try to fix everything. You'd try to own us. We're losing her. A doctor shouts. I have a daughter? Sophia's grip tightens on his hand, desperate now. Promise me. Promise you won't take her from the only life she knows. I promise. Liar. Her eyes roll back. The monitors flatline. The room erupts in controlled chaos. Hands pull Marcus backward. Someone is compressing Sophia's chest. A defibrillator whines to life. Marcus stands frozen against the wall, his world shattering and rebuilding in the same breath. He has a daughter, and the woman he never stopped loving just called him a liar as her heart stopped beating. 30 minutes later, Marcus sits in the surgical waiting area. The vinyl chair creaks under his weight. His overcoat lies discarded beside him, still damp from the rain. He's rolled his sleeves down now, button them at the wrists, an attempt at control when everything inside him is chaos. The overhead lights buzz. Coffee burns in a pot someone forgot to turn off. Down the hall, a janitor mops the same spot over and over. A surgeon appears, mask hanging loose around her neck. Her green scrubs are rumpled, her graying hair pulled back tight. "Mr. Reid?" He stands. "Is she alive?" "Stable. For now. We have bladed the irregular pathway in her heart. She'll need monitoring, but if she responds well to medication, she should recover." The relief nearly buckles his knees. "Can I see her?" "She's sedated. Won't be awake for hours." The surgeon studies him. "The nurse mentioned you knew the patient. A long time ago. She has a medical history we should discuss. Previous cardiac episodes. Stress-induced. The record shows she's been managing this condition alone for years. No insurance. Paying out of pocket at free clinics." Marcus feels something crack inside his chest. Why wouldn't she ask for help? The surgeon doesn't answer. "She doesn't need to. There's a child," Marcus says. "Her daughter, Emma. Someone needs to check on her. We contacted the neighbor listed as emergency backup. The girl is safe. Asleep. She doesn't know her mother is here." Marcus nods, but his mind is already moving. "I need the address." The surgeon's eyes narrow. "Are you family?" "I'm about to find out." 40 minutes later, Marcus stands outside a fourth-floor apartment in a building where the elevator hasn't worked in months. The hallway smells like fried onions and old carpet. Paint peels from the doorframe. A child's drawing is taped to the door. A stick figure woman and a smaller stick figure holding hands under a yellow sun. He knocks softly. A woman in her 60s answers, her robe tied tight, her gray hair in curlers. "Yes." "I'm Marcus Reid. I'm here about Sophia Brennan." Her expression shifts to immediate worry. "Is she all right?" "The hospital said there was an emergency." "She's stable. I want to check on Emma." The woman crosses her arms. "And who are you exactly?" "A friend." Sophia doesn't have friends who show up at 2 a.m. in $1,000 coats. Marcus looks down at himself, realizing how he must appear. "I knew her years ago. Before Emma." The neighbor's eyes sharpen with understanding. "Oh, you're him. What did she tell you?" "Nothing. That's how I know." She steps aside. "Come in. But if you wake that child, you'll answer to me." The apartment is small, clean but worn. Second-hand furniture arranged carefully. Children's books stacked on a coffee table. Drawings covering the refrigerator. The scent of lavender and vanilla. Emma sleeps on the couch, curled under a purple blanket. Dark curls spill across a pillow. One small hand clutches a stuffed rabbit. Marcus stops breathing. She has his nose, his chin. But her mother's green eyes, visible even in sleep, flutter beneath closed lids. "She looks like you," the neighbor whispers. "I always wondered." Marcus crouches down beside the couch, careful not to wake her. His hand hovers over her hair, but doesn't touch. He's afraid if he does, she'll disappear. "Sophia never told me." "She had her reasons." What reasons justify keeping a man from his own child? The neighbor's voice hardens. The kind where the man chose his empire over the woman carrying his baby. The kind where he didn't notice when she stopped showing up because he was too busy building something that mattered more. The accusation lands like a fist to his gut. "I didn't know she was pregnant." Would it have changed anything? Marcus doesn't answer. He's not sure he can. "Sophia did everything alone," the neighbor continues. "Every doctor visit, every sleepless night, every birthday, every scraped knee, every nightmare. She worked 3 jobs to keep this roof over their heads. And she never once asked you for a dime. I would have helped. That's what she was afraid of." Marcus looks up sharply. "What?" "You're Marcus Reid. You don't help. You take over. You fix things by owning them." The neighbor's expression softens slightly. "Sophia didn't want Emma growing up as a problem you solved. She wanted her to be loved, not managed." The words cut deeper than any blade. Emma stirs, mumbling something in her sleep. Marcus freezes. She settles again, breathing soft and even. "What happens now?" the neighbor asks. "I don't know. Sophia made me promise something. If anything ever happened to her, I'd make sure Emma stayed out of the system, that she'd go somewhere safe." Marcus stands slowly. "She'll be safe." "With you? With me?" The neighbor shakes her head. "You think it's that simple? You think you can walk into this child's life and claim her because biology says so?" "I think I just found out I have a daughter, and her mother nearly died tonight keeping her from me. Maybe she had good reason." Marcus turns to face her fully. His voice drops, dangerous and controlled. "I spent 7 years wondering why Sophia left. 7 years replaying every conversation, every fight, every moment I failed her. And now I know. She was protecting our daughter. From me." The neighbor doesn't flinch. "Are you angry?" "I'm devastated." The honesty seems to surprise her. "Sophia will wake up tomorrow," Marcus says quietly, "and she'll expect me to walk away, to let her keep doing this alone. Will you?" He looks back at Emma, sleeping peacefully, unaware that her entire world is about to change. "No." "Then you better be ready for a fight, because Sophia Brennan doesn't surrender, not even when her heart is failing." Marcus pulls out his phone, dials a number. "I need a lawyer at Mercy General by morning. Family law, the best you have." The neighbor's face goes pale. "You can't be serious." "I have a daughter, and I'm not walking away from her again." "You'll destroy Sophia." Marcus meets her eyes, and something cold settles in his expression. She should have thought of that before she kept Emma from me for 7 years. He walks out into the hallway. Behind him, the neighbor whispers, "God help them both." Morning light filters through the hospital blinds, painting stripes across the white sheets. Sophia wakes to the steady beep of monitors and the dull ache in her chest where they burn away the damaged tissue. She's wearing a fresh hospital gown now, pale blue, her hair still tangled from surgery. A nurse checks her vitals, murmurs something encouraging, and leaves. Sophia closes her eyes. Try to remember how she got here. The pain, the fear, then the memory slams into her. "Marcus." She sits up too fast. The room spins. Her hand flies to the call button, but before she can press it, the door opens. He walks in wearing the same white shirt from last night, now wrinkled, sleeves still rolled up. He carries 2 paper cups of coffee. His jaw is tight, his dark eyes rimmed with exhaustion. He hasn't slept. "You're awake," he says. "Get out. We need to talk. I have nothing to say to you." He sets both cups on the bedside table, pulls up a chair, and sits. The movement is deliberate, controlled. A man settling in for a battle. "I met her," he says quietly. Sophia's blood turns to ice. "No. Emma, our daughter. I went to your apartment. You had no right." "I had every right." His voice doesn't rise, but the anger beneath it is volcanic. 7 years, Sophia. 7 years you kept her from me. I kept her safe. From what? From me? Yes. The word hangs between them, brutal and final. Marcus leans forward, his hands clasped tight. "Explain it to me. Make me understand how you could do that." Sophia's laugh is harsh. "You want understanding? Fine. Let me paint you a picture. 7 years ago, I loved you. Completely. Stupidly. And you loved your work more. Every dinner canceled. Every promise broken. Every time I needed you, you were building your empire. That's not fair." "Fair? You want to talk about fair?" Her voice cracks. "I found out I was pregnant the same week you told me you were expanding to Chicago. You were so excited. Marcus, you talked about it for hours. Your big plan. Your future. And I sat there, terrified, knowing I didn't fit into any of it. You never told me, because I knew what you'd do. You did propose, not because you wanted to, but because it was the right move, the responsible thing. And I'd become another project, another thing you managed." Marcus stands abruptly, his chair scraping against the floor. "So you decided for both of us. You took my choice away. I gave him a chance at a real childhood. Not one where a father showed up twice a month with expensive gifts and empty promises. You don't know what kind of father I would have been. Yes, I do. I watched you with everything else you loved. You consumed it, controlled it, perfected it until there was nothing left but your version of what it should be. The accusation strikes true. Marcus turns away, staring out the window at the city below. I would have changed. People don't change, Marcus. They just get better at hiding who they really are. He spins back to face her. Is that what you think? That I'm incapable of love? I think you're incapable of letting go of control long enough to let someone else matter more than your plans. The machines beat faster. The nurse glances in, concerned. Marcus waves her away. I'm filing for custody, he says. Sophia goes completely still. What? Joint custody. I spoke to a lawyer this morning. You can't be serious. I have a daughter I've never met. A daughter you kept hidden. A daughter who deserves to know her father. She doesn't even know you exist. Then it's time she learned. Sophia rips the floor from her arm, blood beads on her skin. She swings her legs over the bed, standing on shaking knees. You will not take her from me. Marcus catches her before she falls. His hands grip her shoulders, steadying her. I'm not taking her. I'm claiming what's mine. She's not a possession. Neither am I. But you treated me like one. Something you could discard when it became inconvenient. Sophia shoves him away. Inconvenient? I was terrified. I was 22 and pregnant and completely alone because the man I loved cared more about quarterly reports than me. I cared about building a future. For us. There was no us, Marcus. There was you and your ambition. I was just someone who fit into the schedule between meetings. That's a lie. Is it? Tell me one moment. One single moment where you chose me over your work. The silence stretches. Marcus opens his mouth, closes it, searches his memory, and comes up empty. That's what I thought, Sophia whispers. He takes a step closer. His voice drops, dangerous and raw. You're right. I failed you. I was so focused on building something that mattered. I didn't see that I already had everything I needed, and I've spent 7 years regretting it. Regret doesn't give you the right to take my daughter. Our daughter. She doesn't know you. Then let me fix that. By dragging us into court? By making this a legal battle? That's your solution. Marcus runs a hand through his hair, the composure cracking. What do you want from me, Sophia? You want me to walk away? Pretend I never found out? Pretend I don't have a child out there who shares my blood? I want you to understand that some things can't be fixed with money and lawyers and control. I understand that you made a choice 7 years ago that destroyed us both. I made a choice that protected Emma. From what? Sophia's eyes fill with tears she refuses to let fall. From exactly this. From you storming into her life and turning everything upside down because you finally decided she mattered. She's always mattered. You didn't know she existed until last night. And whose fault is that? The question detonates. Sophia sways, her hand gripping the bed rail. The monitor screams a warning. The nurse rushes in. Mr. Reid, you need to leave. Now. Marcus doesn't move. His eyes lock on Sophia's. I'm not abandoning her. Not again. You never had her to abandon. I do now. The nurse physically steps between them. Sir, out. Marcus backs toward the door, his gaze never leaving Sophia's face. My lawyer will contact you tomorrow. We're doing this the right way or the hard way. Your choice. There is no right way to steal someone's child. I'm not stealing her. I'm becoming her father. You'll never be her father. You're just a stranger with a blood test. The words land like a blade between his ribs. Marcus's expression goes cold, distant, the businessman sliding back into place. Then I'll be a stranger with parental rights. See you in court, Sophia. He walks out. Sophia collapses onto the bed, her body shaking. The nurse tries to comfort her, but she can't hear anything over the roar in her ears. She just declared war on the only man she ever loved, and she has no idea how to win. 3 weeks later, the courthouse lobby smells like floor polish and desperation. Sophia sits on a wooden bench wearing a borrowed navy dress, her hands folded in her lap. Her hair is pulled back, minimal makeup, the picture of composed motherhood. Inside, she's drowning. Her lawyer, a public defender named Janet Chun, sits beside her reviewing documents. They're going to bring up your medical history, the cardiac episodes, the financial instability. I've never missed a payment on rent. You've also never had health insurance. You work 3 part-time jobs. You live in a building with code violations. It's clean. It's safe. Emma is happy. Janet doesn't argue. She doesn't need to. They both know what Marcus's legal team will paint. A struggling single mother barely keeping her head above water versus a multimillionaire who can provide everything. The courthouse doors open. Marcus walks in flanked by 2 lawyers in pristine suits. He's wearing charcoal gray today, crisp white shirt, burgundy tie. Every inch the powerful executive. He looks like he's slept well. Like this is just another negotiation. His eyes find Sophia's across the lobby. She looks away first. All rise. The courtroom is smaller than Sophia imagined. Wood paneling, fluorescent lights. The state seal hanging crooked on the wall. The judge is a woman in her 50s with reading glasses and an expression that suggests she's seen every variation of human failure. Marcus's lead attorney stands. Her name is Victoria Cross, and she's exactly the kind of predator Sophia expected. Tall, sharp-featured. Designer suit that costs more than Sophia makes in 6 months. Your Honor, we're here today because my client, Marcus Reid, only recently discovered he has a biological daughter. A daughter who was deliberately hidden from him for 7 years by Ms. Brennan. Janet rises. Objection. Inflammatory language. Sustained. Ms. Cross, stick to facts. Victoria doesn't miss a beat. The facts are simple. Mr. Reid is a successful businessman with the means to provide exceptional care, education, and opportunities for his daughter, Ms. Brennan. While we don't question her love for the child, is financially unstable and medically compromised. Ms. Brennan has raised Emma alone for 7 years. Janet counters. She's been a devoted, capable mother. Mr. Reid has been absent. Through no fault of his own. That's debatable. The judge raises a hand. Enough. I want to hear from the parents directly. She looks at Sophia. Ms. Brennan, why did you not inform Mr. Reid of the pregnancy? Sophia stands, her legs unsteady. Because I knew he'd do exactly this. Turn it into a transaction. I wanted my daughter to grow up loved, not managed. And you believe Mr. Reid incapable of love? I believed he was incapable of putting anyone before his ambitions. Marcus flinches, but says nothing. The judge turns to him. Mr. Reid, why are you pursuing custody now? Marcus stands. Because I didn't know she existed. The moment I found out, everything changed. I want to be her father. You understand that fatherhood isn't about biology. It's about presence, commitment, sacrifice. I understand that I've already lost 7 years. I won't lose any more. Your Honor, Victoria interjects. We have documentation of Mr. Reid's financial stability, character references from community leaders, and a proposed custody arrangement that ensures Emma receives the best possible care. Janet flips through her notes, searching for ammunition. My client has been Emma's sole caregiver. Disrupting that bond could cause significant psychological harm. My client isn't seeking full custody. He's seeking to establish a relationship with his daughter. Joint custody. Shared responsibility. The judge removes her glasses. Here's what concerns me. This isn't about what either of you want. It's about what's best for a 6-year-old girl who had no say in any of this. Sophia's throat tightens. Emma is happy. She's thriving. Please don't take her from the only life she knows. I'm not taking her anywhere, Marcus says, his voice strained. I'm trying to be part of that life. By suing me, you didn't give me another option. The judge holds up a hand. I'm ordering a family evaluation. A court-appointed psychologist will assess both homes, interview both parents, and make a recommendation. We'll reconvene in 30 days. The gavel falls. Sophia feels the floor tilt beneath her. Outside the courtroom, Marcus catches up to her in the hallway. Sophia, wait. She spins on him. Stay away from me. This doesn't have to be a war. You made it one the second you called your lawyers. You made it one the second you hid my daughter from me. She's not your daughter. She's mine. The words hang in the air, venomous. Marcus steps closer, his voice dropping. You can hate me all you want, but don't punish Emma because I failed you. I'm protecting her. From what? From having a father who wants to know her. From having a father who'll get bored and leave. The accusation strikes deep. Marcus's jaw clenches. I'm not leaving. You left me because you pushed me away. Because you were never really there. They stand inches apart, breathing hard, years of pain bleeding into present. I loved you, Marcus says quietly. I still do. Sophia's breath catches. Don't. It's true. Love is enough. It never was. Then what is? Before she can answer, Janet appears. Sophia, we need to talk about the home evaluation. Marcus watches Sophia walk away, disappearing into a conference room. Victoria approaches him. That went well. Did it? The judge is sympathetic. The evaluation will show you can provide a better life. I don't want to provide a better life. I want to be part of her life. Same result. Marcus turns to face her. No, it's not. He walks out of the courthouse into blinding sunlight. His phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. You wanted the truth about Sophia? Meet me at Riverside Park. 1 hour. Come alone. Marcus stares at the message. Then he gets in his car and drives. The park is nearly empty at midday. Marcus finds the sender sitting on a bench by the water. It's the neighbor, the woman from Sophia's building. You came, she says. What do you want? To tell you something Sophia never will. She pats the bench beside her. Sit. He does. 7 years ago, Sophia found out she was pregnant the same week you landed your biggest deal, the Chicago expansion. You remember? Marcus nods slowly. She went to your office to tell you. She was terrified but excited. She thought maybe a baby would change things between you two. His chest tightens. She never came to my office. She did. She got as far as the lobby. The neighbor's voice hardens. She heard you on the phone, talking to your business partner, laughing about how you finally got rid of the distraction, how Sophia was sweet but clingy, how you needed to focus on what mattered. The blood drains from Marcus's face. No, you said you'd let her down easy, that she'd find someone else, that you were relieved she'd been pulling away because it made the break easier. Marcus stands abruptly. That conversation never happened. It did. I know, because Sophia called me from the parking garage, sobbing. She'd gone there to tell you about your child, and instead she heard you planning your exit strategy. You're lying. Am I? Or do you just not remember because she was already so far off your radar? The memory surfaces, sharp and brutal. A phone call with his partner, Andrew. Frustration over a colleague's girlfriend causing drama. Marcus venting. Words he didn't mean about needing space, about being relieved when relationships ended naturally. He wasn't talking about Sophia, but she thought he was. She misunderstood, he says desperately. Did she? Or did you just never care enough to notice she was falling apart? I need to talk to her. She'll never believe you. Not now. Not after you dragged her into court. Marcus sinks back onto the bench, his head in his hands. I didn't know. That's the problem, Mr. Reid. You never do. The neighbor stands, brushing off her coat. The evaluation starts next week. They'll ask Emma about her home life, about her mother, and Sophia will smile and pretend everything is fine while her heart breaks. What do you want from me? I want you to ask yourself one question. Do you want custody because you love Emma, or because you can't stand losing to Sophia? She walks away. Marcus sits alone by the water as the truth crashes over him. He's been fighting the wrong battle, and he just might have destroyed the only two people who ever mattered. The court-appointed psychologist arrives at Sophia's apartment on a gray Tuesday morning. Dr. Ellen Morris's kind face, mid-40s, carrying a leather folder and a gentle smile that doesn't quite hide the evaluation happening behind her eyes. Emma sits on the floor surrounded by crayons, drawing a picture of a castle. She's wearing her favorite purple shirt with a unicorn on it, her dark curls pulled into pigtails. She doesn't know this woman is here to decide her future. Emma, this is Dr. Morris, Sophia says, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. She's going to ask you some questions. About what? About how happy you are. About our home. Emma shrugs and goes back to her drawing. Okay. Dr. Morris sits cross-legged on the floor, beside her. That's a beautiful castle. Who lives there? A princess. And her mom. They're safe there. Safe from what? Emma's crayon pauses. From the dragon. Is the dragon scary? Sometimes. But the princess's mom always protects her. Sophia's throat closes. They talk for 20 minutes. Emma chatters about school, her friends, her favorite foods. She mentions her mom reads to her every night, that they make pancakes on Sundays, that when she has bad dreams, her mom lets her sleep in her bed. Do you ever wish for anything different? Dr. Morris asks gently. Emma thinks hard. A puppy. But Mom says we can't afford one right now. Maybe when I'm older. What about a dad? Do you ever think about that? The question lands like a stone in still water. Emma looks at Sophia. Some kids at school have dads. But I have Mom. She's enough. Sophia has to leave the room before she breaks. Later, after Dr. Morris leaves, Sophia stands at the kitchen sink washing dishes that don't need washing. Her hands shake. Water splashes onto the counter. Emma appears beside her. Did I do okay? Sophia kneels down, pulling her daughter into a fierce hug. You did perfect, baby. You always do. Why was she asking about dads? Just questions, sweetheart. Nothing to worry about. But Emma's green eyes, so much like her own, are too knowing. Are you sad? No, I'm just tired. You're always tired. The truth of it cracks something inside Sophia's chest. That night, after Emma falls asleep, Sophia's phone rings. Marcus. She almost doesn't answer. What do you want? I need to see you. Not lawyers. Not courts. Just us. There is no us. Sophia, please. Something in his voice makes her pause. Where? The hospital, where this started. She finds him in the same waiting area from that first night. He's wearing jeans and black sweater, no tie, his hair slightly disheveled. He looks smaller somehow, more human. He stands when he sees her. Thank you for coming. You have 5 minutes. I talked to your neighbor. Sophia freezes. What? She told me about the phone call. 7 years ago. What you overheard. Her face goes pale. That's none of your business. I wasn't talking about you. What? Marcus steps closer. That conversation you heard. I was venting about Andrew's relationship drama. His girlfriend was demanding he quit the Chicago deal. I was frustrated for him. I said someone pulling away made a break easier because I watched him agonize over disappointing her. Sophia shakes her head. You're lying. I'm not. I swear on everything I have. I wasn't talking about us. Then who? It doesn't matter. What matters is you thought I was planning to leave you. And instead of asking, you walked away. I heard you. You heard half a conversation and filled in the blanks with your worst fears. Sophia's hands curl into fists. Don't you dare make this my fault. It's not your fault. It's mine. Because I gave you every reason to believe I'd choose work over you. Every missed dinner. Every broken promise. Every time I said 5 more minutes and disappeared for 3 hours. His voice cracks. I failed you, Sophia. Completely. And I've been failing you ever since by making this about winning instead of about what's right. What are you saying? Marcus pulls an envelope from his pocket. I'm dropping the custody suit. The world tilts. What? I spoke to my lawyers this morning. I'm withdrawing petition. Why? Because Emma doesn't need a father who shows up with a court order. She needs someone who earns the right to be in her life. He holds out the envelope. This is a trust fund for her education, her future, medical expenses, Whatever she needs. Sophia doesn't take it. I don't want your money. I know. That's exactly why I'm giving it to you. He sets on the chair between them. There are no conditions. No strings. You don't have to let me see her. You don't have to tell her I exist. This is just me trying to do one thing right. I don't understand. I love you. The words come out raw. I never stopped. And I love her even though I've never met her, because she's part of you. But the neighbor was right. I was fighting this battle because I couldn't stand losing to you. And that's not love. That's ego. Sophia's eyes fill with tears. You really hurt me. I know. You made me feel like I was never enough. You were always enough. I was just too blind to see it. How do I believe you? You don't. Not yet. But maybe someday. He takes a step back. I'm not asking for custody. I'm not asking for anything. But if you ever decide Emma should know about me, I'll be here, however long it takes. Marcus. He's already walking away. Sophia stands frozen, the envelope burning a hole through her vision. 2 months later, Emma's 7th birthday party fills the apartment with chaos. Balloons, cake, children screaming with joy. The neighbor helps serve pizza. Emma's friends from school run wild. Emma rips open presents, laughing at each one. Then she reaches the last box. It's wrapped in silver paper, with a purple bow. Who's this from? Sophia asks. Emma reads the card. It says, "For the princess in the castle. May she always know she's loved. From a friend." Inside is a stuffed rabbit. Soft gray fur, floppy ears, a red velvet heart stitched to its chest. Emma hugs it immediately. I love it. Sophia's hands tremble as she reads the card again. She recognizes the handwriting. That night, after everyone leaves and Emma is asleep clutching her new rabbit, Sophia sits at her kitchen table and opens her laptop. She types Marcus Reid. His office address appears. Phone number. Email. She stares at the screen for 20 minutes. Then she writes, "Thank you for the rabbit. She loves it. Maybe we could talk. Really talk. About what comes next." She hits send before she can second-guess herself. The reply comes 3 minutes later. Anytime. Anywhere. I'll wait as long as it takes. Sophia closes a laptop and walks to Emma's room. Her daughter sleeps peacefully, the rabbit tucked under one arm, her dark curls spread across the pillow. Your dad is trying, Sophia whispers. I don't know if that's enough, but maybe it's a start. She doesn't know what the future holds. Doesn't know if Marcus will stay this time, or if history will repeat itself. But for the first time in 7 years, she's willing to find out. Outside, rain begins to fall. The same rain that brought Marcus through the hospital doors all those weeks ago. Some storms destroy everything. Others wash the world clean. Sophia closes her eyes and lets herself hope. The end.